Hello, everyone. My name is April A. Ross, and I help companies turn exhaustion into ROI. Welcome to today's quick training called Quick Energy for Success. Without further ado, let's just get rolling right away because I want to teach you some really quick tips for if you're about to go into the boardroom, you've got a meeting, you do not have time, you need energy now. So let's go ahead and get rolling. So here we are, quick energy for success. So I'm going to teach you 4 quick tips to feel amazing right now. And P.S. there's a surprise bonus at the end, so you are definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. So what are we learning? Number 1, why we're here. Number 2, a little bit about who I am and what qualifies me to be leading you in this training today. Number 3, what high ROE or return on energy means. 4, how to raise your energy and speed up now. So if you are really tired and you're exhausted and you need to lift your energy, I'm going to give you 4 tips on how to do that. Number 5, if you are full of anxiety, you're overthinking and you cannot slow down, I'm going to give you some tools to ground yourself back into your body so you can be focused and ready to go. And 6, look at some next steps in case you want to work with me further and how to reach out. So the most important thing that you're going to learn today is to be coachable. We cannot become what we want to become by remaining what we are. So whether you're working with me or anyone else, whether you're a top level executive or you're at the beginning of your career or you're even still in school, the number 1 skill everyone most needs is being coachable and being willing to learn. So I hope you have that. And let's get rolling. So who am I? I'm April A. Ross. I call myself a freedom activator and facilitator because I teach you how to have true freedom and success in your life, which means happiness in addition to all of that increased ROI. My professional background, I'm a certified corporate trainer with both Willpower Consultation and Power Her Success on the executive team of Power Her Success. I have a business degree and I'm a graduate of the High Impact Coaching Program. Fun facts, I trained problem horses for over 20 years. The funny thing is the problem was never the horses. It was always an aspect of how they were being trained. Same with people. I have 2 kids, ages 7 and 8, and I live in sunny San Diego, California. My story. So what qualifies me to teach you about energy? So I actually, as a career horsewoman, was cycling in and out of depression. In 2007, I had a miscarriage and entered a really major depression where I felt suicidal every single day. And even though I got a diagnosis and medication in 2009, I was still cycling in and out of depression. So in 2016, I realized I couldn't keep living that way anymore. And I took a bucket list trip to Waikiki Beach. And after 2 days, I realized I have no pain, not physical pain, not emotional pain, nothing. It's all gone. In an instant, I realized that the solution to my problems was figuring out how to come back to my everyday life with all of the stress and figure out how to still keep that peace that I had on Waikiki Beach. And I dedicated myself to finding a solution. I found the solution. As they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I got a handful of teachers, spent about $50,000 in personal development in just the last handful of years alone. So I've got a lot to teach you on how, no matter where you came from, if you have anxiety, PTSD, mental illness, my clients have overcome all of these things. Or if you're just normal and exhausted, I've got something for you. So let's go. So what is return on energy? Return on energy is a power tool to get you moving right now. So got a question. if an Indy car was in the pits, would you see the mechanics running out with steel wrenches and a crowbar? Probably not, right? They use power tools. Why? Because they can get the job done quicker. So when it comes to power skills, these used to be called soft skills, but I like to call them power skills because your emotions, soft skills are teaching us how to interact with people. Power skills, I like to say, are teaching us how to deal with our internal state of being. Your emotions are energy in motion. And when you learn energetic mastery and how to be in control at all times, you are the master of your own destiny. So if you need to speed up because you're exhausted, we can do that. If you need to calm down, we can do that too. And if after this presentation, you put all these skills to work and you're still stuck, it's probably because there's some underlying trauma, grief, resentment, something deeper that needs work. But I'm going to give you all the tools right now that you can use immediately so that you don't have to undo all those years of trauma in order to get to work today and be more effective. So speeding up, if you want the energy that you tend to see me come into meetings with, here are my favorite tips on how to do that. Number one is celebrate, like literally get up and dance, shake it off, right? And every 20 minutes that you sit, your body actually slows down. So it's amazing if you can stand up about every 20 minutes. So stand up for real, okay? Stand up. And it's best if you can do this every 20 minutes. But if that's just once an hour, that's fine too. Get your body moving so that your body knows it's time to raise your energy. Number two, shake it off. You know the Taylor Swift song? There's actually scientific basis for this. So animals use it all the time. Do you ever see a horse, a dog, a cat get up and not stretch or shake? No, you don't. They don't just get up. They actually shake to reset their energy. Scientifically, that resets your biochemistry. It's really this simple, you guys. The next is one of my favorites. It's called a breath of fire. You breathe in and out really quickly like this. Woof, right? Now, if you have issues with your blood pressure, check with your doctor before you do that. I recommend 3 quick rounds. And if you actually want to, there's an advanced technique. You're going to get lucky because I wasn't planning to put this in here. But if you actually want to go into an altered state, if you alternate that breath of fire, the quick breaths, with a big deep breath in at the end, then hold it for as long as you can and do 3 cycles of that, you will actually shift your body into an altered state and activate your pineal gland. That's really advanced. Connect with me more for why you might want to do that. And last, be silly, laugh, do something fun, stretch again, stretch, right? Snap. I like one of my favorite things to do is just like snap, wake up your energy. And that actually like your ears are like, whoa, okay, it's time to wake up, clap, laugh, do like, look at a funny meme. Why are memes so popular? Because they make us laugh. And that automatically sends endorphins into our brain and makes our biochemistry, makes us feel great. Okay. So if you need to speed up, my top tips are celebrate, shake it off, breath of fire, and be silly. Next, you need to slow down. So if you are an overthinker, if you struggle with anxiety, these are your tips. So loud, deep exhale. Ah, Why do I say a loud deep exhale? Because that stimulates the vagus nerve and shifts your body from fight or flight down into rest and digest instantly. The idea is a saber-toothed tiger might jump out and eat you if you were to go, in the days when we were cavemen. So your body instinctually knows, your reptilian brain knows that if you go, you are not just about to get eaten. And it communicates to your body an instant sense of safety. Now, I understand it's not going to be applicable in all work environments. You may have to go to the bathroom. You may have to go, right? But the idea is you are vibrating your vocal cords. Step 2, third eye breathing. This is something I created myself that I love. So it's a mix between tapping and a traditional meditation technique, which is to breathe with your eyes closed up into your sinus cavity. So you focus on breathing up into your sinus cavity. Breathe through your nose. And then tap on that point you're breathing up into. And you want to do that for 2. You can, honestly, I'm feeling the effects of that already because my body's used to it, but you can do that for 2 minutes. And that will really help you balance. It's also an excellent way to go into a meditation. The third way to bring yourself back into the present, this next one called I Notice is great for overthinkers. So if you have 10 things up here, play I Notice. It forces you to be present. So I notice my computer in front of me. I notice I'm wearing a gray jacket. I notice I have a blue pendant. I notice whatever. So it also teaches us mindfulness and not attachment. And you can notice physical sensations like I notice my skin is warm. I notice that it's sunny outside. I notice the sound of a car driving by. So use all of your senses. And you can also get something to eat or drink and notice that it takes you out of your head into the present moment. And last but not least, if there's something you really need to let go of, there's hand screaming. I've actually learned how to scream without vocalizing, which is interesting. I'm going to have to learn how to teach that. But hand screaming, or if you have a pillow. So again, if you're in a work environment, go to the bathroom to do this. But what you do is you put your hands over your mouth and you use your fingers to shut your nose. Breathe in and go. Okay, maybe don't shut your nose all the way. It almost went out my ears. But scream and be as quiet as. The other thing you can do if you really can't scream, but you have some anger or something to move, is you can tense all the muscles in your body and go. Okay. You can give your body the sensation of screaming without making noise. Learn how that works best for you, and then shake it off. You might feel a lot of times after you do some of these slow down techniques, especially like the hand screaming and the third eye breathing, you might notice your energy may have dropped lower than what you want. You might feel like now you're ready for bed. So then go back to a few of these, right, to pick your energy back up and play around with them. So you find the energy that works the best for you. Again, we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. So some of these things might feel stupid, unfamiliar, and uncomfortable, and that's okay. We get to get comfortable getting uncomfortable in order to grow into the next best version of ourselves. So embodiment is the key. So now I've given you some ideas and some concepts. The next is knowing, when you have practiced this enough that you know what it is, and if you need a reminder, you can go back and look it up. So in order to maintain your knowledge, you need to go back and reuse this regularly. Step number 3 is embodiment. It means the knowledge is so deep in your being, you no longer have to think about it. You just automatically flow into what works best for you. That's the state we want to get at, where these tools that work for you automatically become a new habit. So, as I mentioned, some of my clients have gotten amazing results. Kristen healed her fibromyalgia in just weeks, and really that third eye breathing technique was able to help her shift out of the pain from fibromyalgia and tell her physical therapist and her acupuncturist that she actually reported no pain for the first time since she could remember. Jana took my bliss challenge, which I'm going to tell you about in just a moment. And she said, I didn't know it was possible to be blissful every day, like actually be happy and find peace and bliss every day. And now it's possible. And my client Huckleberry suffered from PTSD, and she was really struggling from a toxic relationship. And she was able to create in herself a sense of safety so that she was comfortable. And I believe she started a new business after that. I was really, really impressed. So this is the kind of shift you can get if you use these kind of tools regularly and embody them. So why not you and your team? So if no one on your team was running on empty and everyone was firing on all cylinders, what would that return on energy do to your ROI? Now, I don't have the statistic on this page, but statistically, when you empower your team with soft skills or power skills, as I call them, your team is going to see an increased ROI of 256%. So, why would you not want to teach this to your entire team? So my name is April A. Ross. If you found this valuable, please reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd appreciate a review, but connect with me and just send me a message. I love to get your messages. Say how this impacted you. If you showed this to your team, how it impacted them. You can find me at linkedin.com/IN/April A. Ross, and look for the link to my Bliss 5-day challenge and join that. That is a 5-day challenge to really get your whole team running. Get out of stress, out of burnout, into uplifted happiness, relaxation. And why is that important? ROI. 256% increased ROI by learning these skills. So also invite others. And again, my name is April A. Ross, and this has been Quick Energy for Success. You can find me at aprilaross.com. There's a booking link at the top of the page. You can also subscribe to my newsletter for more trauma release information and all kinds of freebies, goodies. Reach out and connect with me. I love to hear from you, and I hope to chat with you soon. Thank you. Take care.